everyone. My name is Edna, and today we have something special. Yes, let's get right into it. So, my topic for today: no grief for anyone in 2024. I know it's trending, but it is so true. I mean, that's my personal motto for this year, because 2024 feels like such a mature year. Like, we don't have time to play, not at all. We're not here to play any games. So let's get right into it. I have my notepad here. It's given preparedness. Is that a word? It's given, I don't want to go off course. So I have my point here. This year has just begun, so I feel like we need to start with the right mentality, to carry us through. And sometimes we just need to remind ourselves of things we hold dear and how precious we are. So yes, the first thing not to agree to this year is the devil. Babes, don't let the devil use you this year. Tell yourself you're not going to fall victim to his tactics and his woes and his, is it woes? I don't know the word for it, but like his tricks, by now you should know what the devil used to get you. Because over the years, you find yourself sometimes, I don't know for you, but sometimes I find myself in like similar situations that I'm like, wow, why is this happening? And I look back, I'm like, see, the devil studies from our mistakes, and sometimes you don't even study from your mistake, and you keep repeating it, and you keep finding yourself in that situation. You have to be self-aware that this is the trap that gets me. I better stay out of it. Like, don't put yourself in a situation where the devil will get you. So that is that. Yourself. No grief for yourself this year. Like, don't at all. And I listed some of the things that hinder us from accomplishing the things we want to accomplish. The very first one is laziness. Hey, this one I'm unstable. Sometimes you have to do something, but you just don't feel like it. See, feelings are not going to get you too far in life. You can't accomplish great things just based on feelings. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. If you get up, you have a goal, you have to do something, and then there's this feeling of, but today is not the day. And then you give into it, it might continue, and you might never hit that goal that you've set for yourself for 2024. And that energy that you got to say no to getting up and doing what you have to do is a negative energy. Use that energy to rather get up and do what you have to do, because you have your whole life ahead of you, and there are things that you want to be proud of. And looking back, I don't think you want to say, I just let myself down by just being a lazy bum. It happens to the best of us. But see, this whole new feeling of starting afresh and all of that is just the right vibe to get into it and hold on to things that you want to accomplish. Procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. It's really pushing back what you've really planned to do. You are just pushing back what you can do now. And whenever I'm tempted to like procrastinate, I really remember the moment where I did what I had to do when I had to do them, and the kind of sense of accomplishment I felt when I did them. Like, it's just a constant reminder for me that, see, let's do this now. Like, I feel so good about it. And so it's something you can also try. Like, remember your times where you did it now, and how responsible you felt, and how much that made you feel proud of yourself, and use that. The next thing is self-sabotage. And all of these things I've said earlier are all under that: laziness, procrastination. Don't be the hindrance to the realization of your dreams or your goals. Sometimes it's not the devil. It's not lack of something. It's not lack of money. It's not even lack of this thing. Even if those things are present, sometimes you can find a way to overcome those hindrances. If you say to yourself that you are going to do this, you're going to find a way, you will find a way to do it. It might be difficult and it might not be in the ideal way, but you can set your mind to it and then do what you have to do. Like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you don't have equipment. I'm not using any equipment. If you see the setup here, I think I have to take like how we have done this setup to make this video. You would laugh because it's so funny, but you gotta make do with what you have. That's the value or the quality of resourcefulness and improvisation. Sometimes you don't have all the conditions set and everything, but babes, try and do your best. Try and give it your all. If you don't have an iPhone, ask a friend. I'm using my sister's iPhone actually. I have an Android, but you know, it's not best, but I asked her and then she was kind enough to give it to me. Ask a friend, can you use your Android? If my sister wasn't at home, I would have probably used my Android, because I said today I'm shooting the video and I'm shooting the video. I'm doing it now. And that's the attitude we must have. Know what is your priority and make sure, give yourself, I'm doing it now. I have to complete this task. I need to learn how to use this software. I need to learn how to do this. I'm doing it now. I'm not waiting till later. Later there will be another need. Later there will be something else. So if you have to do something and it's urgent and it's important, you do it now, you clear it, and then you move on to the next one. Why did I just start? But anyway, let's continue. So don't sabotage yourself. Don't stand in the way of your progress or your success, because sometimes so many things are already fighting against you, or so many things are opposing you or are not in favor of what you want to do, and now you're going to add yourself to the equation. Babes, that's not the way to go. So anyway, the next thing is self-control. Hi, this topic, self-control. This year, no gree for anyone to use you as chichinga. Not at all. By this time, I'm a YouTuber. I don't have time. For this. Okay. Anyway, that was my bestie, but bestie, I'll be back. Okay, so where was I? Self-sabotage. Yes, so don't let anything stand in your way, and don't stand in your own way of your success, you know. And I feel that sometimes you should even document your success and keep like a track record of it. It's a good reminder of how far you've come. Sometimes you don't even know the things you've overcome or how far you've come until you sit back and you say, hey, I've done this, I was able to overcome this, I've achieved this, you know. But sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm just broke and and have no friends, or I don't feel accomplished, I'm not married, I'm single by my age, but you have survived, you have lived, You have made it out of some trenches by the grace of God and by some determination. So yeah, babes, you can do this. Yes, I was on self-control. Yes, and I was saying don't use anyone to use you for chinga. No gree. No gree for yourself to be used this year. Say to yourself, I shall not be used. Self-control. I have been in situations where I realized that what I needed was self-control. You have to pray for it, because sometimes it's a fruit of the spirit, and sometimes if you don't have it, you lose a lot. You might even lose yourself in the process, because maybe this is not in alignment with your values. This is not the person you are, but you find yourself doing those things because what? You don't have self-control, because you can't say no to certain things. And it could be in the form of anything. It could be in the form of different things. It could be in the form of food. First, when we are eating, it's never finishing. Like anything you want to eat, yeah, maybe a bit stressed. Let me get something, to eat. It can be in the form of anger. You have anger issues, like when someone does something to you, I'm cutting you off. I know someone, she told me that her friend is using her, like her friend always uses her, and I'm like, have you tried communicating before cutting off? Because sometimes people don't communicate how they feel. It's like you've done a strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, it's over. Like manage your emotions. Being on your phone, learn how to control your watch hours. Some people have settings that show them how long they've been on their phone. It helps you kind of know, hey, I've been on the phone like 9 hours more since last week or something. It helps you when it comes to sexual stuff, to self-control. You're not as strong as you think you are sometimes when it comes to these things. Like the Bible says that we should flee from fornication. I don't know why sometimes we think we are strong. Like you go there, nothing will happen, and you come home crying. Don't even do that to yourself. Don't call him. Don't try to control yourself. Have someone that is like your accountability partner. And if you feel that, maybe call that person, call that good friend, and let them know that, see, I'm this thing, I'm on the verge of, just speak some word into me and let me know. And sometimes I honestly, for me, sometimes my male friend can be brutally honest, like, girl, be serious. Sometimes you just need that reality check that, hey, do not indulge in this, do not tolerate that. And so self-control is very important in all aspects of our lives. It is so many places. And so look at yourself. What do you need to have control of? What do you need to take charge of that does not derail the progress of your life or what you want to accomplish? Okay, conditions suitable for temptation. I was just talking about that. Like, no grief for that. Don't create conditions that are ripe for temptations. Don't put yourself in that situation. If you know that you have this thing for drinking, and this year you decide that you are not going to be taking alcohol, or even if you are already an alcoholic, you want to reduce your content intake, how do you find yourself going to the club? Like, it's just a conducive environment to encourage that thing you're trying to fight. It just won't work. You stay away from that. And it's not a sign of weakness saying that I'm not going to go clubbing with you because if I go clubbing with you, I might end up drinking. It's not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength, knowing that this is a sign of self-awareness. Like, this is what I'm struggling with. I am not going to put myself in a situation that will take me back to where I'm running from. No, at all. Like, I want a better life for myself. I want to do better. Why would I put myself in that? So you have to be strict on yourself. You have to be also tell the people around you and change the people around you if need be. If your friends know that you have a drinking problem and they are inviting you to the club, are they really your friends? I don't think so. Because they know what you are battling, they know your weakness. So why would they invite you to the club when you know that it's not it, or they will accuse you of being somewhere or whatever? Then they are not really your friends. I don't know. If I know you are addicted to bread, why would I come and gift you bread? No, because I know that that's what you are. I won't even mention bread, So that is it. Stay away from conditions that will trigger any form of temptation, the slightest form. You know that if you call this boy and what you go back and things will happen and he will not mind you again, and you'll be sad and you're back to square one and you're an emotional wreck. Babes, don't create any condition of that. If you know that if you go and visit someone, there's a likelihood, the thing is likely, it's not like it will happen, no. Likely, if there's the slightest chance of something happening, do not put yourself in that situation. You are a much more you're safer if you keep yourself away from that than walking into it being like, I think I've gained some strength or some confidence and I won't do this again. No, don't put yourself even in that situation. As you've said goodbye to that life, say goodbye to that life, because you can easily fall back with just one slip. Okay, if you smoke, you don't want to smoke anymore, want a better life for yourself, don't hang out with your smoke buddy. There's like this group, we go to the bush and go and smoke. Cut all of them off, like delete their number, block them. If you have some girl that's like a hooker, you just have her on your phone saved as, I don't know why do you even have a hooker on your phone, but like, you just in case of emergency, right? You have that on your phone, delete it. You want to improve yourself, you want to have a better life. Why do you have a prostitute's phone number on your phone? Delete it. Don't create that temptation. Don't create any condition, any slight possibility of that happening, like a ripe atmosphere. Never. Say no to you. Say no to be. Stand on your ground. Stand on business and say no, not this time, I beg. So, and I know you're going to be proud of yourself when you do that and you make progress. The next person or group of people you should no gree for this year is someone or some people who are evil from your past. I don't know what it is with evil people or bad people. Sometimes you cut them off, you block them, you delete them, you stay away from them, because you know that bringing them back into your life is going to just be like a disaster. And sometimes they find a way to get back into your life somehow, sometimes through someone or just through you. They just find a way, sometimes through opportunity, like, there's this opportunity, I just thought I should bring it because I was thinking about you. Hold up. No grief for anyone like that. Anyone that has shown you some shaggy and has really disrupted the course of your life, don't give them the slightest chance to creep back into the life that you have cried and prayed yourself out of, like you are healing from, and gone past that. Don't allow them. And I don't know how they never get discouraged to come back, and the audacity to come back. Stand on your ground. Don't listen to I've changed, and you've changed. We thank God. move on with your life, let me move on with mine. Do not tolerate a toxic ex. I don't know the scenario, but babes, you know the person. He's a changed man, like he's a changed girl, she's this. I beg. Let me move on with my life. I like my peace. The last group of people to not go for this year is bad friends and bad influence. I've already spoken about groups of people that is like, sometimes it's like they have a hold on you. You can't say no to them. You admire them sometimes, but they lead you into dangerous paths. Sometimes the person is not necessarily good. You can't classify the person as good. You also can't classify the person as bad, because they're a mixture of both. It's likely they are bad. It's more likely they are bad, because how can you be good, be bad, mixed all together? I mean, we have mistakes, we have slips, but it shouldn't be something that is so detrimental. The person has done something very, very bad to you that has cost you in a way, but has been good to you on the other hand. And it's like, you should not. You should not, because it's just not healthy. I have been in a situation like that, but the person was super nice, super kind, super loving, but then the person did something like, and I'm like, I better run. Because now I'm confused. Are you for me or you're against me? If you find yourself asking that about somebody, the person is against you. The person is against you, or is confused. They don't know their stance, whether to be for you or to be against you. So it's better you just pull yourself out of that situation. Don't allow such people, like, he's paid my fees, he's done this favor for me, he was the one's this thing for me, but he's the same person that taught you this bad habit, the person that introduced you to this habit or this fraud business. He's the same person that, got you arrested. He's the same person that lied behind your back and it became some. No gree. Just stay. Life doesn't end if they move on and you also move on. Life goes on for both of us. And this year, no go gree for nonsense. It's our year of really making progress and being accountable. So no, don't take it lightly. Don't take anything lightly. Like, don't take it lightly. That's all I got to say. If your friends bring some benefits into your life, but you can tell that they also bring some kind of distraction, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. And if you also are that friend that is nice, is kind, is this, but can be very toxic, don't do that. Don't be a bad influence. Don't be a bad friend. You've not lost much if you stay away from these people. You haven't lost at all. You haven't lost. Sometimes the bond you have with the person and the things you've been through with that person, you feel like, we've been through so much and I feel like he's growing or she's growing, and this thing, no, don't sacrifice that for that. Whatever you guys shared, whatever it was for that moment, it was great. You overcame it, they helped you, but on the other hand, it also brought so much pain, and they brought so much pain and so much distraction. It isn't worth it, So on that note, we have come to the end of this video. Yes, you being here, make sure you subscribe and like this video if you liked it. Comment and share what you are not agreeing to this year in the comment section below. I would love to read them and get back to you. Thank you so much. Bye.